Hey, what's up, you guys? Craft Farms here. Welcome back to Taheton County. As you can see, we got the swather out here. We are on May 1st, and we're gonna get this guy set up and going on course play. We're gonna let him get all of the hay mowed, and then holy smokes, this guy is cruising. Let's go in and set his speed down a little bit. Field work. Let's go down just a little bit more. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, so we're gonna let him swath some hay while we go over, and we are gonna spray our soybeans and our corn and get this knocked out. I did already spray the sorghum field, so that field is done. So all we have is these two fields here, and then we will be all done with spraying. So then we will be able to drain out any leftover herbicide that we have and clean the tractor and sprayer up, and then we will be unhooking the sprayer from this tractor, and we're going to hook the rake up, and then once the swather is done, we will be raking and baling some hay and get our first crop, or our first cutting off. Hopefully we can get 2 or 3 cuttings. That is kind of my goal, but we will see what time allows us to do throughout the year. So we're just going to go all the way around the edge of this field, and then we'll jump onto our GPS line. And let the sprayer booms up while we're going around this edge because of this big incline here. Ooh, I'm gonna get way off. Okay, slow down here. Get straightened out. And we can drop our booms back down. We're gonna have a bunch of overlap here when we come back, but that's alright. When we hit our last pass, so we may get started on some raking today, but we will see. But for sure, tomorrow we will get the raking done, and then the following day will be getting everything baled up, and then we'll have to load and haul everything yet after that. Which shouldn't be too hard. we've only got to have the tractor in the field because the bales will automatically go into our storage building, which will definitely be very nice and very helpful. And I think what I'm going to do for next season, so we might do it either this fall or next spring, is I'm going to plow these waterways out of this field, and then we have just one big field. We don't have this waterway in here anymore. Then we don't have to fight with it if we ever want to set something up on course play. It's not going to make our course all janky. Okay, there we go. We got the booms all the way down now. Definitely not going to take us long to get all this done. And our swather's got about 36 minutes on its course, so figured I'd get him running and get him cutting for us, so that way we can finish up our spraying, and then we'll be set up and ready to get it raked. Kind of do a little bit of multitasking. Guess we might as well spend a little bit of money. Have a hired hand come in. Because the spraying's definitely not something that takes very long. I mean, we can spray at 15, and we got a pretty decent working width on here, so it does not take long to knock these fields out. And I actually want to say that this field here is probably our biggest. And then it'd be between, I think 140 is probably a little bigger than this 139 here. We do have some decent sized fields, but nothing overly large for our current equipment lineup. I think we got 2 passes left. Got a full pass and then a partial. And then we'll have our soybeans done. So I'm going to go ahead, before we hit the end, I'm going to put down that we sprayed our sorghum. And I'm just going to put it in here that we sprayed our soybeans, because we're just about done with it anyways. So once we finish this field, we'll pop over quick and just check on our swather. Make sure he's not making an absolute mess of things over there. Should be okay, but I just want to be sure. The soybeans and the corn are definitely my two most favorite to spray because they are the easiest. Because you can actually tell where you have and have not gone. Because the weeds definitely present themselves a little better. Especially when you get them in your first crop growth stage. You can see the difference a lot easier. We're not even going to bother folding this thing up or anything because we're just basically going down the field road there. So I'm not going to worry about that. Alright, let's jump over and check on this guy quick. He is on his fourth and final headland pass, so that is excellent. That is what I want because I want to what I want to do when it comes to raking it, I'll do the outside round first, and then I want to do all the up and down rows, and then I'll do the second headland row last. Definitely got a very strong alfalfa crop growing. Nice and thick, looking good. So we will need a little bit of lime. And then we're gonna have to spread or spray some, we'll probably spray some liquid fertilizer. So we'll get the sprayer all cleaned out and everything and get it filled up with liquid fertilizer, and we'll spray it on there. And I think, I'm trying to remember if we still had some lime left over or not. I'd have to look at our fertilizer spreader and see. Because if we do have lime left over, we could just use that. Because it's not going to take a whole lot. But I do want to make sure that our pH and nitrogen levels are where they are supposed to be before it's ready for another cutting, because I want to get the maximum amount of hay off of it that we possibly can, so that we make sure that we have enough hay to last us through the winter. What would be nice is if we end up with a whole bunch of leftover hay come next summer, or well, next May, when we can start cutting alfalfa again, May, June area, to where we only got to do one cutting of alfalfa per year is what I would, it's where I'd like to be sitting. And then if we do one small grain per year that we can get straw off of, whether it be oats, wheat, or barley, something that we can bale straw, and we get a decent amount of it, we should sit a-okay. At least for now, until we kind of upgrade ourselves a bit and get more cattle and need more supplies for it. Sweet. We will get this field knocked out quick, and we should have plenty of chemical in this sprayer yet to do this cornfield, so that works out even better. We don't have to run back and reload or anything, which works out great. Makes life way easier. We can definitely do quite a few acres with a full sprayer load. And that's why normally, like, this sprayer doesn't have the see and spray on it, which is perfectly fine with me, because normally, even when a sprayer does have it, I normally don't use it because the chemical already goes a long ways, so I don't want to use even less of it because it's a little more realistic as it is right now than it would be with the see and spray. Granted, I do know that you can get that sort of a system in real life, but I personally haven't seen a whole lot of that. I know I seen, one of Welker Farms videos where they had something like that uh, on Big Brute, which I did also find someone had converted Big Brute over to 22. I have it downloaded. I don't think I haven't restarted the game since I downloaded it, so it's not in here yet. But I do have it downloaded. It is in my mods folder. I just haven't restarted the save game, or restarted the game itself to get it loaded into the game. I downloaded quite a few things actually here the other day. One of which being a 90s Chevy pickup mod, which I'm super excited about. We will be seeing that truck on this save game. I might probably get rid of... I'm going to get rid of one of our pickups, probably the Dodge, the old first gen. Probably get rid of that and replace that with the OBS Chevy. And what's even cooler for me is it's an extended cab long box, just like my pickup is. So what I plan to do is take that mod and I'm going to edit it to have all of the parts that my real truck has, and I'm going to replicate my pickup with that model. That is my plan anyways, so it's probably not going to happen soon because I haven't really done a whole lot with my pickup yet. All I've done is lights, mirrors. I put Rock Tamer mud flaps on it, but I have a lot of other plans coming for it in the future. Paint, bigger turbo, wheels and tires, lift kit, all sorts of stuff. So, now that that is done, we will pull up here in the yard and we are going to... I can't remember now. I think we filled the truck with herbicide, so we can empty that back in there. And then we gotta move this truck out of our way. Yes, I did fill it, so You're going to get that drained out. Throw this guy back in the shed here. Try and tuck this in front of our seed truck, just like so. And then we can close that door now. We're done in there for a little while. We'll unload that, and we'll mark down that the cornfield is done. And then our alfalfa field needs lime, and it needs fertilizer. Okay, let's wash this guy up, and then we'll swap the sprayer out for the rake and see if we can't get at least a couple rounds done today yet. And then I'll let the the swather finish off camera, and then we will come back tomorrow and get everything raked up. And I do, now thinking of it, I do also need to get a bucket for our loader tractor, because I plan on using the hay buster grinder that we have sitting over there on the other side of our hopper. And I'm going to use that, and we're going to grind up a whole bunch of our alfalfa and straw bales, and then we'll use a loader to fill our mix wagon. Even though we're not really mixing feed at this time, eventually we'll get a silage bunker, and we will make some silage and get TMR, or get into mixing TMR for our cows. But like I said, for the time being, we're just going to stick to feeding alfalfa, straight up hay. Alright, we're going to get Rakin. Nice screenshot with the swather in the background. Now this end is going to be kind of screwy because of his wide turn there, so we're just going to do the best we can, because we can always pick it up a little better with the baler later on. Yeah, so the reason I want to wait with my end rows is because of that right there that you can see. The corners of our headland passes are going to be kind of messy, but we can always pick that up with our baler. do like this rake. I've always really liked this rake mod. I don't remember where exactly it was that I found it for 22, but I know it was somewhere, obviously. I know it is public. I know that much for sure. I believe it was somebody's itch.io page. I just don't remember whose. So we'll get to the end of this pass, and we will pick up, and we'll go to the southwest edge there. Or southeast, sorry. Over where he has been working. He's making good time. He's over half done with this field, so it won't take much. We'll start getting the rest of this raked up. We're going to catch up to him, I know that for sure. We're moving at a much faster pace than he is. I do like the alfalfa textures on this map too. I want to say they are Antler 22's textures. I'm not sure though. They're definitely a fairly realistic alfalfa texture. I mean, I guess when you think about it, it's as realistic of a texture as you can get with Farm Sim. Yeah, do what you can in Farm Sim world, more or less. And in all honesty, folks, I might actually finish this raking off camera, just because by the time we end the video, which looking at my timer, we're almost done here. We're gonna be fairly close to done raking anyways. We're gonna be at least half done. So what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I'll finish the raking off camera, or I'll get everything except for our last end row done, our last headland pass, and then we'll come back in tomorrow's video and get everything baled up and see where we're at for time. We might even start hauling some. Get a jump on it. I know that'll be a fairly tedious task, only because our bale trailer that we have isn't very big, but that's why I wanted to put our alfalfa right here at the yard, because then we've got just a short jaunt to our storage. So that is the reason that I did that. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this off camera and get down to our last end row here. and then we'll come back tomorrow and we'll finish it up. And I'm probably just gonna leave the swather, all of our haying equipment, I'm probably just gonna leave sit out somewhere out of the way, because we're gonna need it again here soon anyways. And then once we're done hauling our bales, we'll be putting this tractor back on the baler, because then actually no, this tractor is gonna have to run our auger. But yeah, so once we're done with our hay, it'll be harvest time. So that's gonna do it for today, folks. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. Be sure to turn the notifications on to be notified every time I upload a new video. And as always, folks, we'll see y'all in the next one.